Hello and welcome, I'm Mr. Venom 1974 and this is the unboxing of the Spectrum. You see, it's the ZX Spectrum from Retrogames, whereas a gamepad. This is the user manual. This is these two are extensions to the system. So we started to unbox this. First of all, remove this nice plastic bag, and we will look in the you can't call it mini console because it's has the same size as the original. So open the box. It's a really nice box. This is the standard edition, so there's no crash magazine, there's no USB drive. No, this is the standard version. This is the box. You see, it has the same size as you may remember it. The difference is it's the same on this version or this label, where it's retro instead of Sinclair, and you will see this on the system itself too. And now we will look into the box and into the system and into the gamepad, the user manual. I do a series, by the way, in German, but I think you can get subtitles where I play all the games on the system, or the games that are playable and affordable for the system, where some homebrew titles. Where some, I think Saboteur Remastered was not very good to find. I think there was a version in tape and never was sold again. So now we look into the box, and if you want to help me, use the Amazon link to buy all these items. And if you want to rate, leave a comment, subscribe, feel free to do it. So this is the standard user manual. This is the instruction manual to get started. In this box, where are the leads, the cables? I think the USB cables, of course. I know where is no power brick, but I think currently it's the standard. So it's not the first time where there's no power brick in these kind of consoles. So this is the Spectrum. You see? Where it is. You may see this is the same size like the original. I think I have a really high serial number. I saw someone in some of the videos who has the serial number 10. I'm a little bit above that. So, this is the Spectrum. Or the Spectrum, how you want to emphasize it. This is the original. You see, it's the same size, the same system. The difference are, of course, the connectors. This is absolutely far different. You see, the old one has not so many of these, but both consoles has a real keyboard. You can use the rubber keyboard to program, but you will see this in some of the pages from the manual. This is the box. You see 48 games are built in. Some really good games, some nice homebrew titles. And, well, in the user manual we'll see where's more considering the games. Now, looking in the user manual, you see it's standard stuff. It's getting started. Whereas the games carousel, if you ever have a console from Retrogames, the Amiga Mini, the C64 Mini, the Atari 400 Mini, or the VIC-20, whatever, it's the same thing. It's a carousel, and you can, if you want to use, you can use here the QR code to get the manual. But I do not recommend it to print it out. I think it was more sense to buy this additional. And you will see the manual is really neat. This is the gamepad. You can play, it's a Spectrum. You can play every game with a keyboard. And to be honest, I'm not a great fan, and I'm not very keen to play home computer games with a keypad. I saw some video. I think the Spectrum is not compatible with the USB version of the Competition Pro. So the Retrogames controllers, the pads work with this machine, but the other things, I think the buttons didn't work, if I remember correctly. So, but it's Spectrum, so the keyboard can do everything. And this is a real keyboard. I have also the Spectrum Vega with this, I think, how many keys had it? 4? So this was not playable with any kind of controller. So, yeah. This is the complete. This is the user manual, the big one. I put links in the description if you want to see it or buy it. It's Christmas, so if you want to do me a favor, I'm very pleased. And I put you in my bedtime prayers. Believe me, I won't lie. So, now look in the user manual. And you see it's where some... I think you can say in this user manual we go in detail how to use the Spectrum. I think everybody is able to use the carousel to play some games, to start some games. That isn't not really difficult. Everything that you know from other retro game consoles, the save function, the other things to play reverse or something else, it's also here possible. But the different, or the main difference between the mini consoles, not the maxi consoles, the mini consoles, the keyboard didn't work, and here you have now a real keyboard, so you can program. And the great thing, you see, where's tape navigation, you can really play or load tapes like the original, and you can do it in the original speed with the original sounds. It's really good. It's really nice. And also, you don't get only the ZX 48K version, you also get the 128K version as well. So this is the virtual keyboard. I think there are also some tips for programming. So you have really the Spectrum Basic, and I think it's a really good system. It's a really good system. Very, very cool. If you're a fan of 80s home computers, why are you waiting? I think if you are some Brits, I know the Spectrum is holy ground for you. It's a must-have. So why are you waiting? Buy this thing. Talking about the games, Army Moves is bullshit. I think Auf Wiedersehen Monty is a really good game. I love it. It's nice. You see, you have tips for the games and how to play them, and Bearing. I think this was also isometric. Cosmic Payback is a nice homebrew title. Really good music. Devil 2 was also, I think, good. Stompo was really cool game. I think also a homebrew. Axelon is a typical adventure, action adventure, as of course. There are a lot of games in isometric. I think you know it. This is the standard from 8-bit home computing in the days. Firelord is also really playable. Football manager is a football manager. What do you expect? Freddy Hardest is not my cup of tea. Great Escape is really nice. Head Over Heels is, I think it's one of the absolutely classics from isometric. Highway Encounter is also really good. Horace Goes Skiing, of course, it's a Horace game. And I like it, but I don't... maybe need more Horace games, but you can, like all the other retro games consoles or computers, you can use your own games on this machine, of course, with a USB drive. Maniac Minor, masterpiece, besides the great title music. And I think this was Match Day, and this didn't realize. Well, yes, this is also an action adventure. Penetrator. I think Penetrator was the scramble. Oh yeah, Game Over 2 is not my game. Of course not. Phoenix. It's oh god. The low budget Phoenix. I think Pirate Curse. I wasn't able to play it on the emulator. Yes, I thought over. Quasitron is the Paradroid for the Spectrum. Robin of the Wood is really okay. Saboteur. I'm really interested to play this remastered. Shovel Adventure is a really good homebrew title. School Days, I think the bully of the 80s, really good game. Snake Escape, I think, was also really good. Spellbound is also an action adventure thing. Starquake. Star Strike is a SMUP, is a space shooter. Yeah, is a space shooter. Stonkers was also... Target Renegade is a really good fighting title with great music. Really good. TCQ is maybe the best game on this console. It's a top homebrew title. Trashman, I'm really a fan of this game. Way of Exploding Fist, masterpiece. Great, and really has a soundtrack from hell, I think. Wherever Time Stood Still is also really neat. Yeah, this is the Spectrum. I think if you are ever liked 8-bit home computers, go get it. It's a solid system. It's really good. Everything is in the description. I'm your Mr. Venom 1974. If you want to buy it, use my Amazon link. And the other way, please rate, leave a comment, subscribe. I see you in the next videos. Stay tuned.